Elden Ring has been out for quite a while now, and from what I've gathered, a lot of people are getting bored of just the regular monotony of the builds and OP weapons that are in the game. So I've kind of come to this conclusion that maybe playing the game with some more memey weapons is like more of a fun and interesting thing that people want to see. So I got on Elden Ring and decided that maybe I should pull out the ring finger to see how it actually holds up against some bosses and enemies. And to my surprise, and probably your guys' surprise as well, these things are actually insane. I would argue that the ring finger does some of the highest posture damage compared to any weapon in all of Elden Ring. So what do you need for this build? Well, it's pretty simple. I've already done quite a few playthroughs, so I've managed to get my hand on not one but two of the ringed fingers, and honestly, if you only have one, that's all you need for this build. Naturally, I have my Dragon Communion seal so that I can activate any and other magic buffs such as Flame Grant Me Strength. Also, if you've seen any of my other builds, I don't primarily recommend any armor pieces in particular because they rarely have that much of an effect on a build, but in this case, the Raptor's Black Feathers is almost a must-have because it grants an increase to jump attack damage, which comes very much so in handy with the two ringed fingers. I know there's a talisman that does the exact same thing, but honestly, if you can save a talisman slot for something else at the expense of just wearing one piece of relatively light armor, which works out perfectly for the build, I would happily choose to do that. For talismans, we have the Carrion Filigree Crest, which lowers FP consumed by skills, which is awesome because we're going to be using that flicking attack quite a bit. Next is the good old Shard of Alexander, which greatly raises the attack power of skills. Then we have the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, which greatly raises attack power with successive attacks. And lastly, I just chose the Godskin Swaddling Cloth because restoring some HP upon successive attacks is never a bad thing in Elden Ring. So I'm not going to fluff out this video just for the sake of hearing myself talk. I'm going to show you guys right away how this works against some of the bigger enemies. Then I'm also going to show you how it works against a simulated PvP enemy. So right away, as soon as I pop my buffs, I run up to this dude, hit him a few times, and he is almost instantly staggered after about the third or so hit. And yeah, once he's on the ground, you just got to run up to him and finish him off with a jump attack or any attack that you feel is necessary. Now I'm going to show you just how efficient this build is against a PvP-like combatant. As you can see, I got Old Knight Istvan here. He's about to do a good old jump attack, and I'm going to hit him like a baseball. And yeah, like I said, the amount of posture damage and knockback damage that this weapon does is actually borderline broken, and I'm surprised that like more people aren't talking about this weapon. I mean, sure, it's a meme, but I mean, you can't argue with that. And yeah, that's all there is to this build. The rest of the video is just me finishing off this guy and then the rest of the Tree Sentinel fight that you guys saw at the beginning. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you feel the need, and I will see you in the next one.